Now let's see about extrinsic semiconductor or impure form of semiconductors. Suppose if you add impurity to pure form of semiconductor, that what you call extrinsic semiconductor or impure form of semiconductor. Adding impurity to pure form of semiconductor is called doping, and we are doping different types of materials, different types of element, trivalent like aluminum, boron and indium, pentavalent like phosphorus and arsenic, antimony, like that materials. These are trivalent. You see in outermost orbit for aluminum, boron and indium have only 3 electrons. Pentavalent means these materials, these particles, phosphorus, arsenic and antimony have 5 electrons in the outermost orbit. That's why they call pentavalent, and these are trivalent. Actually silicon is tetravalent, 4 valencies there in the outermost orbit. And you see that we already discussed about pure form of semiconductor. Silicon atom has 4 valency, and these 4 valency are forming covalent bond with the neighbor silicon atoms, and it gets stability. Suppose if this atom is replaced by other impure atom, that is that process what we call doping, adding a new element here, what we call doping. Here a trivalent atom is doped here, trivalent atom is doped here, boron is added here. So other case also there, sometimes we can add a pentavalent atom, that is here pentavalent atom like phosphorus we can add here. So by adding impurity, there are, based on the impurity, there are 2 types of semiconductors. One is p-type semiconductor, other one n-type semiconductor. First we'll see about p-type semiconductor. What is p-type semiconductor means? In pure form of semiconductor, if you are doping, adding impurity like a trivalent atom, here example I took boron. Boron has 3 valency, 3 electrons are forming covalent bond with neighbor silicon atoms, but 1 electron requirement is there to form covalent bond for 4th silicon atom. This requirement of electron or vacancy of electron, that what you call hole. Suppose for every 10 power 8 atoms, even 1 atom impurity if you add, for example 1 mole means nearly 10 power 23 atoms are there. Actually Avogadro number 6.023 into 10 power 23, and leave that fraction, and first you see 10 power 23 is there. For every 10 power 8 atoms, at least 1 atom if you are adding this impurity, then what happen here? 10 power 23 minus 8, 10 power 15 we get. That means for every 10 power 23 atoms, this many impurities are added. That means the number of holes, how many number of holes are created within 1 mole? This many, huge number. Even this also huge number. So huge number of holes are dominated in this type of material, and this have a property of this a hole we can think like a positive charge. So this material they call p-type semiconductor, because a hole has majority charge carriers. Electrons also there inside. How we get electrons in p-type semiconductor means, suppose after forming bonds here, if you increase the temperature of this material, then what happen? This electron get free by breaking the bond. At the time what happen? Electron comes outside, simultaneously here hole forms. That means how many holes are formed? Same number of electrons comes outside, but free existing holes are there. That's why we can say at any time you can increase temperature or decrease in temperature, hole number is more in p-type semiconductor. That you see in case of valency band. You see in valency band requirement of electrons is more when compared to electrons present in the conduction band. So hole concentration is more. Hole concentration takes place in valency band, electron concentration conduction band. Actually in case of semiconductor, where Fermi level lies? Exactly between these two, conduction band and valency band. But for p-type semiconductor, here charge carriers concentration is more. Due to that, Fermi level little bit shifted down, means little bit it shifted towards to valency band. Because here more charge concentration. The average energy level of electron is showing little less when compared to pure form of semiconductor, here in case of p-type semiconductor. So in p-type semiconductor, number of holes is greater than number of electrons. We have one relation here, that is the number of holes into number of electrons in the material is equal to number of I nothing but here intrinsic charge carriers. Ni is nothing but intrinsic charge carriers. So Ni square. So intrinsic charge carriers means how many electron and hole pairs are there? How many electron and hole pairs? So NH, total number of holes. Of course here number of holes is greater, number of electrons is less. So NH number of holes, Ne number of electrons, Ni is number of intrinsic charge carriers. In p-type semiconductor, you see here, there it forms a hole. What is the nature of the hole? It accepts the electron here. Electron requirement is there, it accepts the electron. That's why whenever you get a hole, that what you call acceptor impurity. Why they call acceptor impurity? Because it is accepting electron. So hole is called acceptor. So we can say requirement of electron or vacancy of electron. We can say same for hole also. This only we can call hole also, and that only we can call acceptor or acceptor impurity. And other type of material is n-type semiconductor. P-type and now n-type semiconductor. So now we'll see about n-type semiconductor. A pentavalent atom which is having 5 electrons in the outermost orbit is doped in place of a semiconductor, pure form of semiconductor. In pure form of semiconductor, center atom is tetravalent, 4 valency is there, and 4 valency forms covalent bond with never silicon atoms. Now what they took here, in place of this, now they use phosphorus, pentavalent atom, that is which is having 5 electrons here. 4 are forming covalent bond. Even after forming covalent bond, 1 extra electron is there. So in this case, similarly, suppose even if you take here every 10 power 8 atoms, even 1 atom if you are adding impurity, then how many excess electrons we are getting? 10 power 15 we get. So here excess number, majority charge carriers are electrons. Electrons are having negative charge. That's why this material they call n-type semiconductor. Here what happened? The number of holes in the valency band is less when compared to number of electrons in the conduction band. Now charge concentration is more in conduction band. That's why in normal intrinsic semiconductor, the Fermi level lies between the conduction band and valency band, but now it is a little shifted towards conduction band. Because here more charge concentration is there. And what is the main purpose of this doping? Maybe you can take p-type semiconductor or n-type semiconductor. What is the purpose of doping? Means to increase conductivity of the material. We know pure form of semiconductor which is having less conductivity. Of course, at low temperature increases, conductivity increases. That is one factor. But by adding impurity also, we can increase the conductivity of semiconductor material. Now see here, and number of electrons are dominating. So Ne is greater than NH. And now here what is the relation? Same relation is there. Number of holes into number of electrons is equal to Ni square. What is Ni? Number of intrinsic charge carriers. Here always electron number is dominating. Reason, you see excess electron is there. Suppose if you heat or if you apply energy, then what happens? These electrons are free, simultaneously form hole and electron. So, and whenever bond breaks, one hole, one electron is created. So equal number of holes and electrons are created, but already excess electrons is there. Due to that, overall electron domination is more in n-type semiconductor. So it behaves like a donor. Why? Because and hole behaves like acceptor, which is accepting electron, and this electron behaves like a donor. So this we can call donor impurity. Electron, what do you call? Donor impurity we can call. It is ready to donate, that is ready to accept. That's why you can call this donor impurity. Again, you see what is the main difference between p-type and n-type. How we get p-type? By doping trivalent atom. How we get n-type? By doping pentavalent atom. Their holes are dominating. In p-type, holes are dominating. In n-type, electrons are dominating. And their electron number, the Fermi level, you see, Fermi level there in case of p-type semiconductor near to valency band, here in n-type near to conduction band. Those are called acceptor impurity. These are called donor impurities. In both cases, relation is same. Number of holes into number of electrons is equal to number of intrinsic charge carriers whole square. That is about p-type and n-type semiconductors. One important point about p-type and n-type semiconductors. For example, you see in p-type semiconductor, hole domination is more, majority charge carriers are holes and minority charge carriers are electrons. But we can't say this substance is positive charged. Even hole domination is there. There electron domination is there. Here also electrons are majority charge carriers, holes are minority, but we can't say it is negatively charged. These two are neutral bodies only. There is no charge polarity here, neutral bodies only. Why neutral means? You see, for example, here in place of silicon, so silicon, pure form of semiconductor, you can take silicon, and here we are replacing this silicon with boron atom. So in silicon, what is the number of electrons and number of protons inside? Number of protons 14 and number of neutrons 14. Neutron number not required now. We'll see about electrons. So 14 protons and 14 electrons are there. So this atom, the silicon atom, is electrically neutral. Because inside nucleus 14 protons are there. Outside nucleus, that is electrons which are revolving, also 14. So electrically neutral. Now this is replaced with, this whole atom is replaced with boron. How many electrons are there? 3 outside. How many protons are there inside? 3 only. Overall, if you check, electrically neutral. Here requirement of electron is there, that is to form covalent bond only. Suppose if it is ionic bond, for example, you can take HCl, H plus Cl minus, and H loses electron, Cl gains electron. In this case, we can say this have positive charge and this has negative charge, we can say. But in case of covalent bond, we won't get polarity. So they are sharing both electrons, they shared here. So in that case, we won't get polarity. That's why even overall for substance, there is no polarity. And p-type semiconductor, n-type semiconductors are electrically neutral. That is important point. Even hole domination is there in p-type and electron domination is there in n-type semiconductor.